So that gentleman is, well, let me do it properly. Let me do it how he does it. That man is the lead attorney here. Hope you guys are doing well, man. Listen, the lead attorney is a 20-year attorney based in Atlanta. Because that's how he talks. But yeah, I've been watching Lead for a long time. I went to see, like, when was Lead's first video? It was like April 2020. Like, he's part of that crew of YouTubers who popped up during the pandemic who just like, well, I'm not doing anything else. I'm just going to start creating videos. And it's funny, 4 years later, you have some YouTubers who started in 2020 and they're still doing really great or even better than they did in 2020. And then other people just crashed and burned. It's crazy because some people started the channel, it burned hot, but then by 2022, 2023, it kind of fell off. But no, Lead's different. Like Lead is the thing that's fun by Lead is he's a 20-year attorney, mediation attorney. He's a mediator, so that's how he made his money. And he also can speak Spanish. So hey, if you're out there and if you're a bilingual lawyer, can speak Spanish or French, whatever, parlay that into a lot of different gigs because you can have English clients or Spanish clients and make 2 times the money. I wish I was an attorney because you can make a lot of money doing that. So yeah, so he was a media attorney, and then he started just posting law advice for people. But the thing that separates me and Lead, well, first of all, Lead is so successful now he doesn't even practice law. I think he still consults, but he became so successful on YouTube where that's all he does now. But the reason he became successful is that for me, I'm like most YouTubers where you just make a video, you record a video and then you upload it, right? He's different. He does that sometimes, but most of the videos that he has on his channel are live streams. And live streams is just when you just go live. Now in his case, sometimes you do Q&As. Sometimes he talks about a certain case that's going on. But for the most part, when he live streams, he's live streaming cases. So when that whole Amber Heard, Johnny Depp thing was going on, where they were on like every day, Lead was on just about every day. When the trial was on, he would just maybe stop it, make a comment about the case, and then keep going. He did the same thing with the whole Fannie Willis and Nathan Wade thing down in Atlanta, that whole debacle. He covered that quite extensively. And then recently, he was covering the YSL trial. The YSL trial, also based in Atlanta, which is the Young Thug trial, which has been going on for over 2 years. It's ridiculous how much money he spent on that case. So he was live streaming that with his YouTube partner, AV to the Son of Power. But this trial was a little bit different for Lead because he was covering it and then he was trading it off with AV. So some days AV would have it on her channel. And then eventually AV had it on her channel and Lead would pop up. But for the past 3 weeks, it's just been AV covering this trial. She's been doing the live streams and we haven't heard from Lead. And I actually checked this channel today and I didn't see that he hasn't posted anything. He hasn't posted anything in 3 weeks. And I knew something was wrong because I figured, well, like the YSL trial has been going on for 2 years. Maybe he's taking a break and he'll be back. When he didn't cover the Diddy trial, when Diddy got arrested and he didn't post a video, that's when I knew, okay, something's wrong. Because Lead is the king of algorithms. He understands algorithm-wise how much traffic you can get from Sean Combs from this. Tisa Tells is great. She's kind of like Wendy Williams light, but she's going hard on this Diddy trial. And I mean, this Diddy case, and she's just posting videos like crazy, and her numbers are just insane right now. So when Lead wasn't covering Diddy at all, I said, okay, either he's sick or someone else is sick or something seriously is wrong. And then I'm scrolling and I see this post. This almost as shocking to me is like, there's another guy, Mediocre Tutorial Reviews. And about 3 years ago, he had announced that he had cancer. He's fine now, but it was just shocking. He's younger than Lead. He's way younger than me. And it's like, wow, this young fella got cancer. It's like, oh man, that's terrible. So when I see this from Lead, I was like, oh, okay. Well, this explains a lot. So he'll be talking about this on, I guess a live stream maybe. I don't know. On September 30th, 2024 at 8 p.m. So that's today, Monday. So I'll be tuning in to watch what's going on with Lead. I hope he'll say that he's in remission. But if not, if he's still battling, he has a lot of fans, and I'm sure they'll be very supportive. I hate cancer, man. Like, my mom passed away from cancer. And the way I talk about my mom, it seems like she just passed away, but she's been gone for a long time. A very long time. and she had breast cancer. And again, next month, or October, is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So, women, if you have not been checked out, please get yourself checked out. Gentlemen as well. Richard Roundtree from Shaft, many years ago, he was diagnosed with breast cancer. So men could get it too. So, if so, men and women, make sure you get yourself checked out. But cancer should be something throughout the year, no matter if it's testicular cancer, ovarian cancer, prostate cancer. Like guys get your colonoscopies. Like these things are very important because, like with my mom had breast cancer, and my uncle died from cancer the year before. So age-wise, they were very close. They was very close as siblings. They were very close in age, and when they died, it was very close. The difference is, like, my uncle smoked a lot. So, and a great guy. He just had a nasty habit, but great guy. But when he passed away, it's like, well, he smoked all the time, so it made sense. But when my mom passed away that next year, it was like, well, she didn't smoke at all. She didn't smoke. She lived the most stressful thing in my mom's life was me. I could be very annoying. But no, like she lived a very clean. She tried to eat healthy. She tried to get us to eat, my brothers and my brother and my dad to get us to eat healthy. Like she was a very clean living person. She had cancer. And again, it could be environmental. Like back then, it could have been the place she worked at back in the 60s and 70s and 80s could have had asbestos. The house they grew up in, they could have grew up in an area where it was like, there's been stories where people just dump stuff under they dump stuff in areas and people that didn't know and they lived around that. Like you just don't know because people weren't testing for stuff back then. So if you have, if you have cancer, we're here for you. If you know someone that's in the hospital, go make sure you check them. The most resilient people who I think survive from cancer is kids. Because as an adult, if you get diagnosed, it's like, oh my God, what am I going to do? I don't want to die. Kids is almost like they're just born, but it's like, well, okay, this is what I got. Like I hate the fact that I'm stuck in here and kids are outside, but I'll be fine. But adults is like we just take it harder because we lived a life. But the kids is like, well, okay, well, I'll be fine. Kids are so resilient. I don't think we give them enough credit. But also, if you know someone that's older, that's a senior, that's in an old folks home or they're in a hospital, go visit them. Like the saddest thing is when you hear senior citizens say, oh, no one ever visits me. So if you know someone is going through something, or if they're not going through something, go visit them. Or if you have a friend or somebody that's in the hospital, go get them something, get them a book or something. Just call them. Like it's a very lonely experience going through that because, they're hooked up to IVs and things like that. It's like they see doctors that get poked and prodded. It's not fun. It's not fun at all. So shout out to lead attorney. Shout out to anybody who's fighting this disease. And also check on the caretakers. Like a lot of times the caretakers take on a lot, no matter if it's cancer or just taking care of someone that's older. They go through a lot of stuff mentally, physically. So and a lot of times if you ask them how they're doing, they say, I'm fine. But, it got to be hard on them. So just like the same thing I say, hey, check on that kid or check on an adult. Make sure if you know a caretaker who's taking care of someone that's sick, check on them too. Take them out to dinner. Get them a book. Just say, hey, I'm just checking in on you, see how you're doing. If you ever need to talk to somebody, let me know. Because they need someone to talk to too, because it's very stressful on them. So anybody who's fighting cancer, we're here for you. Make sure you get yourself checked out. I'll be checking out the lead attorney this evening and see where he is on this. I hate to hear this type of thing, but it's a reminder that no matter how successful we are, no matter how healthy we think we are all gonna have something. It could be something major, something minor, but if we live long enough, we're gonna have something. So the only thing we can do now is just make sure we try to take care of ourselves, live the best life we can, and just be there for the people who needs us.